Admiral Vexer, the Draconian Imperium, watched the small blue planet grow larger on the view screen. His mandibles clicked in anticipation as he addressed his command staff. The humans have refused our ultimatum. Commence orbital bombardment of their major population centers. Let this be another swift conquest for the glory of the Imperium. The weapons officer hesitated. Sir, our intelligence suggests we should reconsider. The humans have only primitive interplanetary capabilities, but their war history indicates. Do you question my orders, Subcommander? Vexer hissed. Primitives are primitives. Begin the attack. The first salvo of plasma torpedoes descended upon Earth's atmosphere. Most were intercepted by defense systems the Draconians hadn't detected. The few that reached the surface caused significant damage, but nothing close to the capitulation Vexer expected. Instead, the humans unified with shocking speed. 3 weeks later, Vexer stared in disbelief at the tactical display. Half his invasion fleet was gone, destroyed by weapons that shouldn't exist and tactics no rational species would employ. How? He demanded, slamming his claw against the command console. They were pre-warp. Science Officer Myrex scrolled through intercepted human communications. Sir, I believe we miscalculated. The humans have spent their entire history fighting each other. While most species develop warfare as a necessity against external threats, the humans perfected it against themselves. Impossible, Vexer muttered. They've been preparing for us without knowing it, she continued. Their entertainment, what they call fiction, is filled with scenarios of alien invasions. They've been mentally rehearsing this conflict for centuries. On the view screen, a swarm of small human fighters executed a maneuver that sacrificed 3 of their own to destroy a draconian dreadnought. No species sacrifices its own like that, Vexer whispered. A species that evolved through constant conflict might, Myrex replied. They call it acceptable losses. General Helenichin of a United Earth Defense Force studied the holographic projection of the alien flagship. Around her, the bunker beneath the Rocky Mountains hummed with activity as personnel from former enemy nations worked in seamless coordination. Their technology is superior, she acknowledged to her international staff. But their strategy is predictable. They expect surrender or extinction. They don't understand that humanity doesn't do either very well. Colonel Okafor from the Pan-African Alliance pointed to the alien formation. Their ships maintain perfect geometric patterns. They fight like a species that's never faced a real challenge. Lucky us, Chin said grimly. Deploy Operation Thermopylae. Vexer watched in horror as the humans employed nuclear weapons against their own planet to destroy draconian ground forces. 3 major human cities were sacrificed to eliminate 5 Legion battalions. They're insane, he whispered. No, Admiral, Myrex corrected. They're survivors. Their history is an unbroken chain of existential threats, most self-imposed. Ice ages, plagues, world wars, climate collapse. Each time, they adapted and emerged stronger. The ship shuddered as another barrage struck their shields. We should retreat, Myrex suggested. The Imperium has conquered 1,800 species. We can afford to acknowledge one failure. Vexer's pride wouldn't allow it. Send the remaining forces. We will crush these mammals. 6 days later, humans breached the flagship's defenses. General Chun led the boarding party herself, fighting through the corridors until they reached the bridge. The few surviving Draconian officers stood defiant but clearly shaken. Admiral Vexer faced Chun with dignity. You fight like no species we've encountered. Why not surrender when you saw our superior technology? Chin studied the alien commander. Humanity doesn't bow to bullies, Admiral. We eliminate them. You've doomed yourselves, Vexer warned. The Imperium will send more ships. Good, Chin replied, her expression cold. We've reverse-engineered your propulsion systems already. We'll be ready to take the fight to your home world when they arrive. Vexer's scales paled. What do you want? Unconditional surrender of all draconian forces, Chin stated. And your faster-than-light technology. Consider yourselves lucky. 2 centuries ago, we might have exterminated your species for this. We've grown more merciful with time. As Vexer was led away in restraints, He realized a terrible truth. The Draconians hadn't started a war with a primitive species. They had awakened a sleeping predator that had been honing its claws against itself for millennia. The Imperium had finally found a species more dangerous than themselves.